Hey everyone, this is Ruta Mittal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share the team workflow that our company follows. So we are a virtual team and we have 5 members on the team, and we have been virtual from day one. So whatever happened in 2020 did not impact us in that way. And I like it that it is a virtual team. So we like to run a very lean and mean team. Every person on our team has multiple jobs. There is not one person who just does one thing. Like for example, one person will do like copywriting as well as coming up with ideas and social media stuff. And then one other person will do coaching and calls as well as funnels. So one other person will do like social media and ads and a podcast. So basically we have full stack people. Full stack meaning they're good at a lot of things, because as a small company we need our team to be dynamic, agile, and basically multi-talented. While big companies and VC funded companies can get away with hiring for a specific role and it makes sense for them, but typically I mentor small business owners. Small business owners are anyone who is doing under like 10 to 20 million dollars a year. So with people who I mentor, most of the people are starting as solopreneurs and then slowly going to build a team, kind of like how I started. So here's what I do to keep our team efficient, organized, lean and mean, and get shit done. Let's go. So the number one thing that we do is we have a daily huddle. It happens 10 a.m. IST every day. All members have to show up. It's a video call. We basically discuss, for example, if it's like a Monday, we will discuss the weekly outcomes and we will give them an overview of what they're supposed to work on, what outcomes are expected out of them for the week. If it's any other day, then we have we will just discuss on the daily huddle what they worked on yesterday. So did they meet their goals for yesterday? What are they working on today? And then number 3, what are the blockers that they have? So if they have any questions, blockers, or they don't know how to do anything specific for their task, we cover it on the call itself. Why I recommend you do that with your team is because otherwise there's a lot of miscommunication, lack of clarity, inefficiency, a lot of procrastination. A major reason of procrastination is sometimes your team just doesn't know what they need to do, or maybe you as a manager has not been like super clear and clarifying with them. So we want to ensure that that is not the case. So like the daily huddle is integral to how our team is efficient. I highly recommend you do that. Just discussing like outcomes on Slack or whatever is not enough. Get your team on a Zoom call, a video call every day. It really will help you. So how we determine, so that was about daily outcomes. How we determine the weekly outcomes is my general manager Shruti and I go on a call once a week on Friday, and we will discuss and decide the outcomes for the entire week. So on Friday itself, the entire next week is planned for our team. So we will discuss what is a priority, what is not a priority. In that entire process, the whole team is working on mainly 3 to 5 outcomes for the week. 3 to 5 outcomes, the whole team. For example, if there's a launch going on, so marketing accelerator launch is one outcome. Secondly, if there's a social media rebranding going on, that's the second outcome. So outcome is end-to-end project. It's not a to-do. We don't do to-do lists over at this company. We've learned the hard way. It's not really the most efficient way to do things. The whole team has 3 to 5 outcomes. And then every team member is also assigned 3 to 5 outcomes. Max, we like to keep the sweet spot as 3 outcomes, because I think assigning too many things doesn't work, assigning too less things doesn't work. Again, when I say outcomes, it's kind of like a project, end-to-end thing, end-to-end accountability. Radical accountability is key for our team members. I encourage that. So yeah, that's how we kind of decide our weekly outcomes. Now you might be wondering, where do the weekly outcomes come from? So once a month, we have a monthly planning meeting with my general manager and I, where we, like, if it's the last week of the month, for example, just recently the last week of Feb went away, so my GM and I met last week to plan the entire March. So then we decide on 8 to 10 main projects, main outcomes that the team will work on for the whole entire month. That includes also stuff like weekly content, team training. If the team needs to be trained in certain areas, we jot that down. If there's a launch going on, or if there's, you know, new programs or products need to be created within existing programs, or new programs need to be created, all of that is decided on. So everything is organized. I will tell you, if you have a team, you are responsible for managing the man hours of multiple people. Do not take that job lightly, because that decision making process is important. Literally, that one meeting that we do on a Friday lasts for 30 minutes between my GM and I on Friday, but it sets the tone of the next week so beautifully, because in that half an hour we make the decision of 5 team members, what they are going to do every single day, and what we are going to prioritize, and how our company is going to be thriving, not just surviving. So it's very important. If you don't have a general manager, you are the general manager. As a founder, you assume multiple roles, so you do it with yourself with a pen and paper, and that should be enough. On top of that, of course, for a healthy team management, we have quarterly one-on-one reviews. So every team member has that with the manager. Now, of course, as a leader, you want to give feedback to your team members, just so they know it faster and they can fix it faster. Otherwise, sometimes we keep it inside and it bubbles up, and that's not good for them nor you. But the main beauty also of one-on-one quarterly reviews is your team also gives you feedback that, hey Ruta, I would love to learn XYZ this quarter, I want to do this, etc. So it is really a win-win situation on both sides. Some of my team members just absolutely love that time, because they get like one-on-one access. They get to tell me what they have learned, how they've grown. They also tell me, hey Ruta, can we do this? This would be so much better rather than this. For example, last year, I won't name anyone, but last year someone pointed out from our team that, hey Ruta, the way we organize our weekly tasks, like if new impromptu priority stuff is added onto our weekly outcomes, we don't remove the other stuff, and then I feel overwhelmed and stressed. And when I do that, I'm not able to give my best, and I'm spending my days being stressed because I don't want to let down my team or you. And you know, I was unaware of that as a leader, right? Because again, communication goes both ways. So when your team is brave, and you want to, of course, create a culture of that bravery, of where they can speak to you about anything. So they shared it with me, I took it to account, and from the very same day, we changed our processes. So it is a two-way thing, and it needs to work for both of the parties to really make it work and really make it as efficient as possible. So yeah, those were a few of my strategies of how I manage a small virtual team. We intend to keep a small team only because you know, that's what I think I enjoy, because then I can pour a lot of love into my team, like teach them, train them, grow them. And when I'm able to put a lot of love into my team, they are able to pour that love into our customers, and that is what I'm interested in. So you know, you get to win, they get to win, your customers get to win. It is really a win-win-win situation. That's how I like to roll, and I think you can never go wrong in that way. So yeah, those were a few of my strategies that works well for us. If you have any questions around team building, management, team evolution, hiring, building processes, how to hire the right people, you might consider Business Vortex, which is my new high-touch coaching program. If you need information about it, comment below or email us at hello@learnwithudha.com. Also, if you find this video to be helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and of course sharing it with anyone who are like an entrepreneur, who is building a business, wants to start hiring, all of that. This is just my humble things that I have learned along my journey. I'm in no way a leadership expert. However, I've made a lot of mistakes. So all I'm sharing is, hey, this is the stuff that has worked for me after a ton of mistakes. I don't want you to make the same mistakes as me. That is literally how I roll. This is literally how I create any content, free content, paid content, so that you don't make the same mistakes I did, and you can be smarter and you can be learning faster and achieving your goals faster. That is literally my only goal. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next one.